Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to get everybody an update. I know a lot of people's interested and been wanting to know on the log splitter. So I'm gonna do an update and announcement at the end of this video. So hang on, let me show you where the log splitter's at and everything. And here we are. I've got this mocked up. I've got this tacked. It's kind of roughed. Like I said, I've just got it sitting in here, but I've got it tacked up. I got all this cleaned up the other day and I put a faceplate on it so it's flush and tacked it all in. And these legs, the way I did this, I've got this where these will go all the way in and you can turn these legs up where they're horizontal, or you can, when you get where you're going, you can pull them, bring them out and go vertical with them. They twist. And I did this real wide for stability. And yeah, they're a little swoopy, but I'm going to fix that. I've just got them mocked up in there for now. But I did that for stability, and I can move them in and out, and it closes up pretty good going down the road. And this is going to disappear as well. This, I was going to keep this and use this and just make a drop over four-way for it, because I like the way they did the pusher. It's big, it's wide. But I've changed my mind. And the reason I changed my mind, I was sitting in the house and a video popped up on YouTube. Gives the recommendations. You know, when you're sitting there, it pops up random videos and stuff. And one popped up and it had this same design for this wedge here. And a lot of, if you'll get on Marketplace and look at a bunch of your old homemade log splitters, they used to build them right on the ground, and they used this style of wedge. I don't know why. I mean, I know I used the wedge, and I guess they built them back right on the ground back in the day because they didn't think of log lifts, and it's easier to pick up off the ground. The only thing I could figure, and maybe do that and do it all sitting on the ground, which really kills my back. I want one as high as I can get it, and I want a log lift. That's what this is going to be. But they used this design because it flares out like nuts. I mean, quick and heavy. And I was just going to use this, make a drop over, but that video popped up. And a guy built a four-way wedge, just like I was going to do. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was just perfect. So I was like, well, I got to watch that. Because it had the same old school design, and he was working with an old homemade splitter. Same deal. This won't work. He didn't have a catch pan on his, and I am, because I'm going to set mine to come out with a catch pan to put a conveyor under here. So that ain't gonna work, because what happened when the wood come in, it hit and immediately went almost just straight across, because this is so wide. So this ain't gonna work, which thank goodness that video popped up and I learned that, because I went through the trouble and then built it and then had to cut it off anyway. So when you're standing here, when it showed that wood, I mean, it just pretty well went straight across. That ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm going with a box wedge, which is what I wanted anyway. And we're just gonna do away with that and save me headache down the road, because I didn't want to mess. I wanted to keep it originally because I liked it and everything, and I knew it would split, but it's too aggressive. It just goes straight off to the side. And if you look at most of your modern splitters with the adjustable four-way wedges and all that kind of stuff, they got a slim wedge, which what that does, it pushes forward when the pusher comes forward. I mean, dead straight. And the box wedges are the same way. And that's what I want, because with the catch pan, I'm going to have it set up with the conveyor under it, and it's going to go right to that conveyor. So that's my purpose. So this has got to go, and I'm going to put a box wedge on it, which I wanted a box wedge to start with when I started building this. Because what I'm building it for is these huge rounds off these huge trees I cut. I've got a wood processor, a Hudson Wolverine, and if I can remember, I'll leave a video at the end for people tuning in. Had an incredible deal fall in on my lap on a used one, and I bought it. Because I was going to build something like that, but I'll leave that video at the end of this video. But I want a box wedge for those huge rounds, because what you do, you set it up and it pushes through, pulls back, pushes through, pulls back. It saves a lot of labor and a lot of work at the end of the day, and every step you can take to not get wore out sooner is further you can go through the day and get more production done. And I wanted a splitter for the big rounds. And I traded for this. This was an old homemade one that was right on the ground and had this wedge. But with the cylinder and everything, I didn't have nothing in it. I mean, I come out ahead with a pre-made one. I'm redoing it, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm making a box wedge on this, and I can just sit up there and work that round till it's gone. So that's coming, so stay tuned, because this is gone, and I'm almost there. And I got the part in the other day for this. I was gonna build one of these, but these ain't that high. This was like 65 bucks delivered. And it goes on the back of this motor. This is for your hydraulic pump. Just goes right there. All nice and neat. And it's a one-time thing. I mean, you buy it once, it's there from now on. It's like 3/8 plate. It's real thick, heavy. And it looks nicer than one I would have built. So for 65 bucks, I just ordered one. I was waiting on that. Finally got that and got that in. So, and this is the old tank that was on the machine. We're going to reuse it. And I'm just going to cut this. I don't know what this excess is for, but I'm just going to cut it off, make it straight. It's a pretty good size little tank. I think it's it don't look that big, but it's roughly about like 8 to 10 gallon. So that's pretty good. Because that commercial box store didn't even hold 4. That little Mickey Mouse one, but this is going to be running, and I've got the pump for it. If this works out, I'm hoping I don't have to buy a pump, but this was the one that come on it. It did work. But it's a 2-bolt. It should be a 22 gallon, but I'm almost 100% it's a single stage, not a 2-stage. And if it gets in a bad bind, it might have a problem because it can't kick down to that first stage and run that lower gallon per minute and have the torque. Because that's the way these work with a lot of your new stuff. All these wood splitters, not all of them, but 95% of them run 2 stages, because you can go quick when you need it, and then when you need to, it kicks down and it really pushes slow, and it's got a lot more torque in it. It busts it through. So hopefully this works. I know the pump is good itself, but hopefully the single stage will work, because I'm about 100% it's single stage. So we're going to try it first before we buy a pump, because that's 150 or 60 bucks for a 22 gallon 2-stage. So back over here. Like I said, I'm just getting everybody kind of an update on what we're doing with this. I'm getting close. I had to knock some stuff out. I had to knock the tractor out, which it's done. 100% I've been brush hogging with it, but I'm getting ready to put some gauges in it that just come in I ordered for, and then I'm going to have a video on the 424 International. So stay tuned for that video. As soon as I get the gauges in, it's 100% done. But I have been using it. But I don't like running stuff without a heat gauge. It just makes me nervous. But I checked, the water pump was flowing like crazy before I left, and I did some quick brush hogging and testing, and then I ordered the gauge set, and they come in. So when I get them on, video's done, we're going to have a video of that. So update on that, update on this. We're going box wedge, and we're going to get the pan done and be completed. So everything is here now for this. I'm just hoping when I get in the big rounds that the big single stage will work. I'm going to get the tractor done and clean up this mess. I clean it and then drag something in and start again. But I'm going to do some cleaning in here and then get back on this and the big incubators. So stay tuned for them. And the big announcement, hopefully you've stayed to the end, we are going live. I played with that a little bit the other night. I did go live, but you can set that to public or private, and I set it to private, just to see if I could do the connection and get through, and I did. So, did off my phone too, at my house on my Wi-Fi. Really surprising. So, it's to be announced when, but I am going to get it set up and we are going to go for it. So, if you're interested in the live stream, stay tuned. If there's a particular day that's better for you than others, that might make my factor. If a lot of you pick the same day, let me know what day of the week you'd like to do that on, and we'll take a survey. So leave me what day and kind of a time would be best for you, and I can kind of average it out and pick a good time so everybody can get on. But that's an update. I've still got the splitter. I'm still working on it. I am going a different path now, and it will be done, and we're going to have a tractor video out real soon. So stay tuned for this, and I'm getting real antsy on this splitter. But I will leave the processor video at the end of this video, like I said. And this is coming, so when this gets done, we'll have this out. And we are going live. I am going to do a live stream. It'll be a little bit, but like I said, leave me what day of the week is best for you and a time, and then I can kind of get an average and hopefully get it where it fits for everybody's schedule that's interested in it and pick the best time for everybody. So I guess that's it. So stay tuned for the log splitter because it will be done, and stay tuned for the tractor because it's pretty well done. I'm just going to put the gauges in now. And I guess that's it for this video. Oh, and the incubators. It will be coming soon too because the tractor held me up for a while and now I can knock this little stuff out. So I guess that's it for the announcement on this particular video. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me out. Share on your social medias and all that stuff. That helps out too. And subscribe if you haven't. Obviously that helps. And hit the bell when you do. You'll get notified of the tractor build, the farm builds, the incubator, all the builds, all the good stuff, all the farm stuff. Because I do got a bunch of stuff on this farm coming up too. It's pretty good videos. Interesting stuff. And I guess that's it. And leave me what day works best for everybody that's interested in live stream so I can average that out. And I guess that's it. So as always, like and subscribe. Catch you on the next video. Bye.